Hey everybody, it's Rob here. We just got a bunch more news. The Season 6 theme is coming, has been confirmed. We are not getting infinite paragons in Diablo 4. We are getting new character slots, we are getting a new inventory slot, and so much more. More interviews here came out from Gamescom, this time here from Wowhead. And I'm going to link both of those in the description. I also did my own interview where we talked about a lot of stuff regards trading, Dark Citadel, new endgame, new torment scaling. I'm going to put that in the description as well. But I want to focus here on this article where they basically confirm that there will be, next to the Vessel of Hatred, there will also be a Season 6 like standalone mechanic on top of all of this crazy stuff that's happening with the Spiritborn, with the new skills, with the paragons that we are getting here. And you will also be able to play the new season theme even if you don't want to buy the expansion. So that is going to be freaking amazing, and you can also have the new skills and the new passive skills for all the classes. You're going to have access to all of this even without buying the expansion. And if you do buy the expansion, you get access to the new area and also to the new class, the Spiritborn. And then they talked a lot about the Infinite Paragon here. I want to show this to you here. So are there any plans to make an Infinite Paragon system as you did in Diablo 3? Because they are like redoing the entire Paragon system, and we've already seen many screenshots basically confirming that we are getting level 60 as the new max level and then more Paragons. And they said here there are no plans to do an Infinite Paragon system. Right now our focus is on creating achievable goals for the players. Another thing about the Paragon system which sparked the debate both within the community as well as alongside our team is wherever an Infinite Paragon progression system like we had in Diablo 3 adds to the fun. We've had a lot of discussions about the concept of soft cap versus hard cap, and it's something that's factoring into the redesign. So they are not doing complete infinite Paragon system, but it does sound like that we're gonna get at least more Paragon than we have right now, because they're also adding more boards, they're adding unique glyphs, which we all gonna learn here in just 2 days on the Campfire chat on Thursday. So that's gonna be amazing. Then they also confirmed once more that they do not have any plans to add a loot filter. They also do not have any plans to add an auction house right now, but they're still observing and looking at it. So maybe if the community, if we really want this for the future, I feel there is at least a small chance. Then they also got asked here if there would ever be any plans of making the Uber Uniques shareable. Like if you find an Uber Unique, you know, you can't trade it. And I think personally it would be cool if you can trade it in the party. And they say it's definitely part of the discussion, but they don't have this change planned in the short term. But maybe in the long term, guys, you know, if we are playing together, I already, you know, have a Harlequin's Crest, and we're just here, and I find another Harlequin's Crest while we're in the party killing the boss together, that you can then just drop it and give it to the other player. I think that would be a pretty cool way of only sharing in party and also prevents some of the RMT stuff that's happening. But no plans for this yet. Oh, here it is. Much more new content coming. Will we see a dedicated, so this is like a separate seasonal mechanic? I have good news for you. October 8th, you will see the release of Vessel of Hatred with all its new content, features, and system. A significant progression overhaul. Again, Rod Ferguson confirmed that Season 6 is gonna do what Season 4 did to the loot, but to the Paragon system, or to the progression system of the characters. So this is all gonna be adding to the base game, and separate mechanics. So not like in Season 4 where they did the Loot Reborn and that was like the main season mechanic, but they're doing a separate season mechanic again. Hopefully something similar to the Season 2 Vampiric Powers and these kind of things. That would be pretty cool. And then also here, very interesting, why have you decided to have a PTR for Season 6 after first saying this is not gonna happen? So they are basically getting a lot of feedback and a lot of like good results from those PTRs. And they basically say here at the end, I think this is the main takeaway, everything is better because of the PTR, and we are going to continue to have those PTRs for a long time, guys. So this basically confirms that every 3 months on top of a new season, we are also getting, usually 4 or 5 weeks before the season starts, a public test server to test the season. And this is just such a huge W, because there's been so many bugs and recently also dupes in the game that really affect the live service game. And I think with the PTR going out, there's a good chance to at least find like 95% of those crazy bugs and get them fixed for a more fair season start. So this is just really, really cool to see. They also talked a bit here about the new party finder, so if you missed it, this is the new party finder. And also in my interview, you can see here the Torment 1 difficulty. They confirmed that the Dark Citadel new endgame has multiple Torment stage difficulties, and this is basically the way that we scale the Dark Citadel with the Torment levels. So that is pretty insane. And I think then we had a second interview that they also did here, where they basically confirmed they are not working on any sort of cell phone mode at the moment. And there's been a bunch of new learnings here as well about mercenaries, leveling the mercenary you can basically do in the open world. The mercenary itself, the offset is in my interview, the mercenary will not have any items, but you will level it with the skill tree. You can also respec it. There's going to be like a mercenary like city or mercenary den, and here you can basically completely respec it. Maybe it's going to cost a little of gold. You can also like trade with them. You can also like farm the rapport up, of course, and no items on the mercenaries though. So this doesn't happen, and you can reskill them like whenever you want when you go into town. Oh, Jesse Rocks is right here. Hey man, that's the guy who did the interview. Let's go. Good job. We were just checking it out. Yeah, party finder here. Any other plans for new systems in the future? So currently, Jesse asked us here, like, it is not going to be possible to join the Dark Citadel. This is the new one of the new endgame systems as a solo player. So you need to be minimum at least 2 players to join there. But we have this party finder now that makes things a lot easier to find these players. You can also use Discords, community Discords, or just in-game chats. But the party finder, I think, will be the main activity here to do that. So it makes it a lot easier to find people. But you can also get the Scroll of Retempering outside of this Dark Citadel, but it's a very, very small chance to get it. So I'm not sure how reliable it's going to be. But if you want that scroll, the easiest way is, I mean, you can be a solo player. You just go to the party finder. You just say, like, I'm looking for one guy to do this with, and then get a Scroll of Retempering. Hopefully it's still going to be comfortable to get this one. But it looks like to be doable at least. And they also confirmed here that the challenge of the Dark Citadel is gonna be pretty wild, and there's multiple wings, like multiple stages in the Dark Citadel, and then again it's scaling with the Torment difficulty. So I don't know how many Torment levels we got. In Diablo 3 we got all the way to Torment 16, so I don't really want that. Like, that was a bit too much. But maybe we get multiple like meaningful Torment levels, and they said here it's gonna take multiple hours to beat that thing. So this is gonna be a very hard endgame stuff. And I mean, I was expecting this because we already played multiple hours and tried multiple hours to beat Pit 200, and no one has done it yet, aside from the PTR where it was bugged. Like, I think the highest pit clear of last season was like 180, and the newest highest is like 150 or 160 maybe, but no one has beaten it. And we'll see if the Dark Citadel is gonna be very similar. But one cool thing is on the Dark Citadel, guys, that once you beat those bosses, you basically get their transmogs. So you can get, like, as a reward, you get a cosmetic for just beating them. And yeah, that's amazing, because then you can be in town and you have this amazing transmogs, and you didn't just shop them, you actually beat some hopefully hard endgame content to get that transmog. And then it means something, right? It's not just pay to win to get the transmog. You actually have to play the game and do some hard content to get that transmog. So it means something. Not just that the guy just spent 28 bucks to get this transmog, yeah. So yeah, there's a rating system. Players get matched. Okay, this one I didn't like double check here. I want to focus on this. So you can like kind of like say that you're like a more casual player or like a more dedicated completionist player within the party finder. So that's pretty cool. There's no matchmaking. It's also been confirmed here. Oh yeah, we already checked this one here. Yeah, is there a way to obtain the Scroll of Retempering for solo players? So here they confirmed again, it drops in the open world, and you're not excluded, but it's like not target farmable in the open world. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of feeling like it might be like pretty tough to get. Like, you want to farm, like, I don't know, find a Ramalaldi's sword without like target farming it, or you want to find a Shaco without target farming it at the bosses. It's pretty tough. We'll see how that's going to come. What is the current stance on adding a solo cell phone mode to Diablo 4? There are no plans to add a mode like that, but we are always listening to the community. While there aren't plans right now, we're always discussing it. So they are considering it, guys, but not anytime soon, I guess. any information on the Paragon Glyph system rework. So this is all going to be happening August 29th, guys. And then we have the PTR, I think, shortly after that. Because again, the Vessel of Fate is launching. Here we are, and it's launching here in just a couple of weeks. And usually they need at least 4 to 5 weeks to prepare. So my best guess is the PTR is going to start next week in 7 days from you watching this video on the 3rd of September, would be my guess. We'll see. Because then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks only until the launch of Vessel of Fate. And the PTR usually runs for a week. So we're kind of there, man. We're kind of there. And then the next endgame system is the Undercity here. This is like a timed dungeon. Basically, the way it works, like you have a timer. And as long as you keep killing stuff, you keep killing elites, like you get more time. And at some point, the timer will run out. And I guess then you're going to get some scores or something. But yeah, there's nothing to announce in terms of leaderboards. So we asked them lots of times, man. The only thing we have leaderboards for is the freaking gauntlet. And I mean, the gauntlet has been a pretty, I don't even know where it is. The gauntlet has been a pretty disappointing mode, I feel. And there's also, I don't know if they're still on here, but there's also been a lot of bugs on it. But yeah, they basically confirmed they're not gonna add any leaderboards. Yeah, you see here. People are still getting a billion score on the gauntlet. So there's still like several bugs with the gauntlet. And yeah, they're not really having any plans to add any leaderboards to either of the real endgame systems. We just have these boards here for the gauntlet, which is like, yeah. There's like a lot of bugs, and it's not really like a fun mode for most people. And I'm also in this, like, it's just way too like easy and not really like engaging or fun like the real endgame activities are. I would kind of wish. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like if we'd have like a leaderboard for leveling, similar to how it is in Diablo 2, for like the 99 or level 100 leaderboard, and then maybe like some leaderboards for the Dark Citadel or some of the new endgame stuff. That would be cool, rather than the gauntlet. But that's just my opinion. But they have no plans for this at the moment. A number squish here. Do you have any plan to do a number squish, similar to what you did in World of Warcraft? And we have already seen it here, guys. I've been playing a lot of the Spiritborn beta now at Gamescom again. And I made sure to hover everything. And I hovered the armor here. And you can see we are at level 30 and we only have 170 armor. And the max armor that you need for the new max level is 1000. You also see the life. We only have 90. Like not even 100 life on level 30. So the number squish is coming. Like they're basically going to tune down the numbers. We've also seen they tuned down the DPS on the weapons, and they tuned down the attack power. They pretty much tuned down everything. So yes, this is something that's discussed in the campfire chat, but the answer looks strongly to be a yes by looking at some of this content here. You see like everything is basically squished like crazy. I don't know if I have recorded the items here. Yeah, you can see here like 1 life per second and stuff like this. Stats are very low. Also yeah, you see here, this is like a weapon. 69 damage per second at level 30. I think normally level 30 items have like into the triple digits of damage already. And you see, the weapon only has 10 max life. Right now in the game, I think the number is at least 10x of this. So yeah, they don't like the big numbers, and the stat squish is definitely happening. But I think that's a cool thing. Like the numbers getting too crazy is not that great. Dark Citadel showcase here, treasure goblins. Yeah, there was like a scroll here that basically allows you to spawn treasure goblins. Like I think it was this one, scroll of contained goblins. So you'll be able to summon treasure goblins in the Dark Citadel. That's gonna be pretty cool. And then you also notice here in this screenshot, and I asked this in my interview. Again, you can check this out below. Tiffany Orac said it that there is some pretty cool stuff coming with helping you to manage the stash base. So they confirmed there's going to be 2 new character slots for the Spiritborn, and there is a new inventory. You see in the game. In the game right now, I only have 3 of these. But in the screenshot here, there's 4. So they added like this key icon. So I'm guessing that all these keys, like these Nightmare Dungeon keys, probably the keys for the Dark Citadel and the Undercity if we need them, and also the Infernal Horde keys and everything will hopefully go into one of these dedicated inventories, so you don't have it like cluttered in here with all the other materials. So that's gonna be pretty cool if this is happening, but there's not official confirmation. Like, it just looks like, this is just my guess, just looks like it. But there's definitely a new inventory coming. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And then last but not least here, people have been finding the Ring of Misfortune. And Wowhead here was wondering if this has anything to do with progressing the search of the secret cow level. And then, yeah, in Diablo fashion, the cow level does not exist. What level? So we'll see, guys. We're still on the trails of the cow level. Maybe we'll finally, or somebody in the community will finally find it in Vessel of Hatred. But yeah, that's about all the news I have for you today. I'm going to link those 2 interviews below, and probably I'll make a separate video if there's more information coming out. But definitely on Thursday, guys, for the developer interview live stream. And then it looks like they're also going to be talking about when the PTR is going to happen here. So August 29th, 11 AM. Tune in. I'm going to be live restreaming and reacting to this. And I'm also going to have a summary here on YouTube. Hope you enjoy. Take care, my friends. GG. Okay, guys, quick little edit. 42 seconds ago, you can also apparently select where your town portal, you can like favor a location and your town portal will take you there. Similar to the Hearthstone system from World of Warcraft, basically. You can just select a location, and I'm just kind of thinking like you would do this for the Tree of Whisper or something. So that's pretty amazing for Vessel of Hatred, even more quality of life. The feature lets players mark any waypoint in the open world, so the Tree of Whispers, for example, as a default key which binds the town portal to a specific location instead of sending you to the town or region you are in. I mean, at the very least, you can always go into the town which is the most efficient for salvaging, which I also think is the Tree of Whispers. Favoriting waypoints works for all the waypoints in the world, not just towns. You could bind the town portal to the Tree of Whispers, quickly turn in Grim Favors as the tree. W, man, this is so cool. Yes, this is how it would look. Favorite dogs. Only one waypoint can be marked as a favorite at the same time. The chosen waypoint will be highlighted on the open map with the familiar banner icon used to mark various things in the Diablo 4 on top of the waypoint. If you rather have a normal town portal take you to the town of the region you are in, don't fret. The default function taking you to the region's town will remain active as long as you don't mark any waypoints as favorite. It seems that Blizzard went back to the original design idea of town portals. This is such a W. You see, there's amazing quality of life coming. And this, I would also imagine, is going to be, you're going to get this even if you don't purchase the Vessel of Hatred. It's just a quality of life feature, Hearthstone feature from World of Warcraft coming to Diablo. Tree of Whispers, very comfortable, big quality of life. Let's go. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.